Well, YouTube, this is going to be the first video I changed the way I'm kind of doing things. So I'm going to start pushing one long form factor video, and as the week goes on, I'm going to cut that long form factor video into multiple videos. So essentially, what we'll be doing in this video is configuring VLAN interfaces in OPNsense, and then we'll keep going, and I'll segment that video out into a couple different pieces. I'll be releasing the full series on how to do everything, and then a little mini series of each video on how to do each individual item, so that if you guys just want to watch one thing, you don't have to watch the whole thing, which is going to be much better for you guys. I had to swap my patch, and now I'm in. So now I can go to, first thing I want to do is add the VLANs. I have two VLANs that I want to add. So I'm going to click interfaces, and then I'm going to click devices, VLAN. This guy's already here. We're going to delete him and re-add him. Okay. So I want to add device. I want this to be on IGB1, and I want this to get a VLAN tag of 10. I'm just going to leave the priority to default for now. And then I'm going to call this VLAN 0.10. For some reason, OPNsense makes you label them like this, so I'm going to label VLAN 10 with VLAN 0.10, and I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Going to apply that setting, and I also want another VLAN, and this is going to be also on the IGB1 network, and this is going to be VLAN 0.20. Okay, so VLAN tag is going to be 20. So now I have two VLAN interfaces, but I have to configure them as interfaces. So if I click interfaces assignments, so you can see in this little drop down, you now see VLAN 0.10 and VLAN 0.20. So I'm going to hit add to both of them. Cool. And then an op2 is VLAN 10. First thing I want to do is name this to VLAN 10 so I know what it is. Enable the interface. And essentially this is your routing for your VLAN, just from your router to your VLAN. We don't need this to be, this could be a 30. So my static IP address of this is going to be 10.0.2.2/30. And I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And this is going to enable this interface for VLAN 10. I'm going to apply changes. Like, you could have this whatever you want it to be. So we'll leave it at 24 since the network is at 24. Keep good practice. And then we can click opt3, which is going to be my VLAN 20. So I'm going to do VLAN 20, enable interface, static, and we are going to assign this 10.0.30, no, 10.0.3.2.24. Okay. Apply. So now that that worked, I'm going to go ahead and switch back my patch cable and see if the internet works. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, that's working. But before I do that, we're going to turn on SSH, which is already enabled, but I'll show you how to do that. And we only want to be able to access SSH via, and the web interface via certain VLANs. So we can go ahead and do that. Okay, I went and switched my patch back, and we're going to go ahead and click here, Ethernet. We're going to change manual to automatic. I can't do that. We didn't set up DHCP yet. So this is my switch configuration, I have an unrestricted VLAN set up for VLAN 10, and what will be my IoT VLAN is VLAN 20. We still have to set up ACLs for that, but that'll be coming in a later video. And then VLAN 100 is my trunk. So if we go down here, you can see interface Ethernet 1 and Ethernet 2 are my main interfaces that I have actual devices connected to. And that's going to be running on my unrestricted VLAN. And see, this is going to be just an old access point that I'm using for IoT devices. I have that on its own VLAN. And then Ethernet 47, that is actually my access point for my unrestricted access, which is what most of the devices connect to. So I don't have fancy access points that can do multi-VLANs yet, but that'll eventually come. And then Ethernet 48, that is my trunk. That's my main connection to my ISP modem. So that's good. And then you can see I have VLAN 10 configured, VLAN 20 configured. They just have regular IP addresses. And where the magic happens is this IP route statement and my trunk port, which is 48. So yeah, so I have an IP route sending all traffic to the router IP, and that's all going to go out my Ethernet 48, which is on VLAN 100. So that's how I have all that set up. And I will do a quick test to show you that I have connectivity to the router and that my IP settings are as you would expect them. So if I open the command prompt, and then I'm going to do IP config. In this current state, I have DHCP set up, but that's okay. But you can see I pulled a DHCP address, and it's on the 10.0.2 subnet, which is VLAN 10. And then if I do curl -k https://10.0.1.1, I get the OPNsense login screen return. Cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little short, and have a good day.